One of my best friends moved to Europe, so we decided to meet in London for a few days. I didn't think that the whole left side of the road thing would be that much of a big deal when I got there, until I, by default, kept getting to the right side on walkways and running into people. I'm sure I looked like the most inconsiderate guy in London. I had to start saying to myself constantly,
left side! Wrong side!
"You're killing me, Petey!
You're killing me!"
I have to say that my first day in London, I'm actually kind of disappointed. I was expecting this place to be overrun with corgis, and I haven't seen a single corgi since I got here. It's hurting. We bought yo-yos. You're jealous, I know. You're jealous, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah, I can tell. If yo-yos take off across the world, we are the flap of the butterfly wing that caused the hurricane on the other side. I did not realize how much attention a yo-yo would bring to you. It started all of our conversations. It was just the easiest way to get people to talk to you, and we weren't even, we were just hanging out. It was awesome. When planning for this trip, my friend Travis happens to be a Broncos fan, and I realized that they'd be playing in London, and I was like, hey, let's go to an NFL game. So we planned the trip around an NFL game, went and watched the Broncos play the Jaguars at Wembley in London.
Go Broncos! Come on! Let's go!
It was a really cool experience, to be honest. Russell Wilson just has a way with words.
Everybody was knocked out. I was doing high knees and working on my legs and everything else.
Let's ride, baby! Let's ride! Yeah! Two-step.
Season wasn't looking good from the get-go, and yeah, it didn't get much better, that's for sure. But we had a great time, and the Broncos ended up winning. I'm a huge Chiefs fan, but you know, I was supporting my buddies, so. We went to the Globe Theater, and I had no clue how much of an impact it was gonna have on me. That's the Globe Theater right there. So this is like a centerpiece of human history right there. Like Shakespeare, I'm not even well read on Shakespeare. I honestly can't read it because I'm not smart enough. But like, so much of our humanity is channeled through that right there, especially in Western culture. And we're gonna go look at it here in a second. And to me, that's insane that we can like look at it just in general. And I'm gonna yo-yo while we're in there. Like, it's gonna be crazy. We bought wooden swords at the Globe Theater gift shop. Yeah, we have swords though. Like look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh. And then we're gonna get scooters and we're gonna ride through London with these swords. This is gonna be so fire with yo-yos. Do you bite your thumb at me?
Do you bite your thumb at me?
Yeah, yes, I bite my thumb at you.
Do you bite your thumb at me? Big tough guys here. Pulling the sword out. Do you look at me?
Nah.
Don't look at me like that.
It was awesome. Until TSA took it from me on the way home. The Brits didn't, TSA did. You see, it's stories that make life meaningful. If you want something to really, really matter and connect with you, put a narrative to it. That's how humans function, from the Iliad and the Odyssey all the way to, Forrest Gump.
Jenny.
So it was so wild to go to the Globe Theater, but then to just watch all of this British history. For example, Buckingham Palace is just one monument to the story of the British people that they can connect around, and they build community and culture through, and they should cherish and celebrate. Even in the midst of all of its massive flaws, that's just what it is to be human. That is humanity. That's part of our story. It's what has got us here. And I was so blown away during the tour of the Globe Theater in particular, when I asked the tour guide, I said, how meaningful, how important was going to the theater like this back then? And he just explained that the quality of life at the time would not be that great, relatively miserable, and this is one of few things that they would have to do to escape that. So it was really important. They explained to me that at the pit of the theater, that's where all the poor people would go, is the penny pit. And it would get so packed that people would be watching the play, but they couldn't actually see the stage at times. And I thought it blew my mind that William Shakespeare would write his plays in a way that while you couldn't see the stage, you could still follow along because of the dialogue. And it just had me thinking about some random dude that's in the crowd. Wow, at an individual level, he seems relatively insignificant in whatever, just non-important or not changing the world type of job. But the thing is that all of humanity isn't geniuses that move us forward. It isn't this smart person or that smart person. It's really families and people participating in community, rearing the next generation that gets us to the point where we survive and progress enough that we have electricity, we have the car, we have the iPhone. That's really what creates progress. And it blew my mind just thinking about the fact that Shakespeare thought about that random dude who can't even see the stage, and he wrote his dialogue in a way to give that guy a little bit of a break from his rough life that he could follow along with the play. And it made me start thinking about the things that I'm skilled at in terms of storytelling. Now, obviously, not on a Shakespeare level, but I do have some of these skills when it comes to storytelling and how to figure out how to move people's emotions and set things up that connect and resonate with the viewer. And for the longest time, you start to almost get jaded because it's just this formulaic thing that you're doing. But when you start to think about the fact that even just one or two people chuckling at a dumb ad that my team put together for a customer that made their day a little bit better and a little bit more tolerable in the midst of whatever they're dealing with, it starts to be a little bit more important to you and liberating. I just got to a place of a piece of like acceptance that I had not been to in quite some time. We got onto one of the trains and everybody just stares at us because we just barely slipped on to the train. And for the first time in I don't know how long, I remember just looking back at them smiling and being like, well, I've got an audience, let's work. And I just started making people laugh again and making people feel good again. And it's been a minute since I felt that way. I've been so closed off and secluded in my own little world, and then just thinking about that guy that Shakespeare thought about and how much that probably meant to that guy. It just moved me, and next thing I know, I was like, I don't know nothing special, but I do know how to make rooms of people that are just droning along in a train car laugh, and so I did. So I highly recommend London. Give it a check it out. You should go. It's great. It's easy. They speak English. I asked every single bar we went to if they had Busch Light. I am sorry if I'm embarrassing you. I don't care. I just like it. In one of the biggest brewing countries in the world, I get it. I just like Busch Light.